Hello, Matty coming at you with another Planet Coaster video for episode 7 today. In between episodes, we've done a few more alterations, so let's go over them before we get into anything else. So the station just changed up this entranceway a little bit. For the realism, I thought if it was to rain, then the glass would start buckling, so it needed a bit of extra support, so I've just changed that. And then downstairs, I've added some more shops in, blocked the stairs off, pulled the roof down so you couldn't see all that stuff upstairs, raised the flooring up a little bit so it covers that, and modified the queue for the tour bus for when that goes round. And then if we go upstairs, you might be able to hear the dog in the background, so I do apologise. We're no pre-recorded today, we are going straight from live straight to this. I will probably do a bit of editing later in the video, but for the moment I'm just going with it. That bin is very full. I opened the park for a little bit, and to say that it got a little bit busy in here would be an understatement. And there you go. It was a little bit of a bottleneck because there was only 2 rides open, so I've changed the staff room there as well. And I also added some lights in as well, so it looks a lot better at night, because it was very dark in here before. But I love the realism of it. This, to me, this looks like what a real monorail station would look like at the entrance of a park as you're going in. So lights all the way through. And one other thing that I did as well in between episodes was I've actually added another tour bus station hidden in the void behind here. No one is ever going to see this, but there is another station there, so when the guests actually come into the park, they can jump straight onto the tour bus and get straight over there as well. And it means that the tour buses now actually go down the road and come back out here. So this episode, let's be honest, let's be straight and honest with you guys. I'm a little bit stuck. I've hit a little bit of a roadblock. One of my weaknesses I feel in this game is actual park layouts. When it comes to exteriors and designing all of this, I felt quite confident. I came into it with a plan. I kind of wung it with the church. That wasn't an original plan, but that turned out really well. The farms I'd got planned originally. I always knew I wanted to do this. But when it comes to the actual park itself, I'm a little bit stuck. I'm not going to lie. I'm not sure where to go from here. I know this is going to be a bit of a backstage staff area with bins, rubbish, stuff like that. So I'll be fencing that off. Probably put a chain fence down here, fencing that off, and then just have this as a backstage area. I might even open up and put a door in there to make it look like the staff would come through, get rid of this and build another one, like with a gap in the middle. And thank you to Johnny Bear 84 for the name of the ride. I've decided to go with Dragonheart, in memory of the late Sean Connery, who voiced Draco in the film Dragonheart. So we've got the letters ready to go. I've changed the colouring up, so we've gone for a black, gold and red theme. Changed the pillars to gold, changed the track colour. I'll probably put some like plumes of smoke and steam coming out as it goes round. Nothing too extravagant. It's only a small, cheap family ride, so I may just put a few more decorations, a little bit of smoke and steam, and do the entrance and the queue, and that will be it. There won't be any big grand plans for that, but after that, I've got no idea. Absolutely no clue. I know I want to have a children's area, but I'm not sure where. I know I want to have a wooden coaster. Thinking the wooden coaster is probably going to go up in this corner. And Wasp's Nest needs to come in, which will probably go down here maybe. I'm not convinced I'm going to fit construction into the park. A little bit disappointed. I built construction especially for it. I could possibly squeeze it in there, but then for the sense of realism, I'm not sure that you would have one of the big main attractions of the park right next to the entrance, because it's not going to encourage that flow of guests going around the park. I do apologise if you can hear my phone. Let me just mute that. Discord going. So I'm not sure about that. Maybe leave some comments and suggestions down below. Would you actually like to still see construction in the park? Or maybe would you actually like me to build another coaster from scratch? Maybe that can go in that corner. Or do you even think that a family themed area would actually go better down there? Don't know. I do know that I don't want the entire park to be flat. So maybe let's do a little bit of terrain work. Nothing too big, nothing too fancy. But the whole park shouldn't be flat. So maybe just a little bit of small elevation changes around the park. Could even possibly start putting some paths down. Actually put the paths in and ready, and then work around the paths. One thing that I do want to avoid is actually having specifically themed areas. I don't want to limit myself to doing that. I don't want to, like, say, have a pirate theme in one area and maybe a fantasy theme in another. If I can help it. The children's area might end up going that way, like a bit of a fantasy theme, unintentionally. But if I can avoid themed areas, I probably will do. I'm going to need another food court area. So maybe even put, because now I've got loads of food in there. I've got food and stuff in there with toilets. Maybe I'm thinking, I don't know if people are familiar with the Thunderbird show, but Thunderbird 3 actually came out of like a circular building. So like kind of the building was like kind of up on, like it was like, I don't know how to explain it. Like it was propped up and then like kind of the circular building floated. So I'm kind of thinking maybe try and do that around there and possibly put some food up there if I can get guests up into it. And then that way it would actually overlook the entrance of the ride, which I thought would be really cool. And then maybe put a food court coming down here. So I have a strip of food going down there. Maybe like kind of put maybe put some water in the middle of it. So like have water going down there. Then with shops either side, and then some walkways going over the water. So as I'm actually saying all this, I'm kind of starting to actually plan it out as we go. But let's do a little bit of terrain work and lift it up and go from there.
A few moments later.
And like magic, it's all done. So little drop there, a little bit raised up there, put the water in as a kind of pre-plan, ready for where I'll be putting the shops on either side, and then just a few little small elevation changes throughout. We've raised up there, but I think for this episode let's try and get Dragonheart open to the public. Shall we open the park? Shall we be adventurous? They've only got 2 rides to go on. Let's give them something to do. Eden Gardens, you are officially opened. Oh, I also hired a new recruiter. It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, who is going to be called Ads 101, after his amazing farm build. I don't know if Ads is still watching my videos. I know he watched the one while I built the farm, but Ads, if you are still watching, thank you for your farmhouse, for giving me the inspiration. You are now the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. So let's get into the speed build. I shall see you on the other side in a moment. So there we go, we've done a bit of building today. We've got this backstage area done. Not 100% sure if I like it, not gonna lie. Think it needs a little bit of tweaking. I've got to sort this glitching out. I don't know what's going on there, I really don't. That is a hell of a lot of guests. Wow. I mean, there is 2,700 guests in the park. That probably would explain it. That's quite a lot. And we've made a start on Dragonheart. I definitely don't like that. I really, really don't. So I need to adjust all of this, build all this up into a nice station area. Let's have a look over here. Let's see how busy we've got in here again. Not as busy as last time. Not as busy as last time. Quite busy upstairs. All the guests have got food, water, food, drinks, access to toilets, so they're all okay. I assume the monorail ride is extremely busy. They do get hit by the cars. You just have to pretend that doesn't happen. Suspend your disbelief for a moment. But there we go. Episode 7 done. I think there's going to be a bit of tweaking in between. But let me know in the comments down below if you would like me to see something different, want me to do something different, if you've got any better suggestions for stuff for me to do, because as I said, I have hit a bit of a roadblock. I'm a bit stuck and there's no point in beating around the bush. Some of the people who watch this may have a lot better ideas for stuff to do than what I've got, but other than that, I will leave you with some glamour shots. Thank you ever so much for watching. Stay safe, take care, and I will see you for episode 8 in a few days. Goodbye.